All right, so you can see I got the old Chevy Volt sitting here. It still has the taped up front bumper and the damage up here, but big news, she's been moving herself up and down the road consistently. So that is very, very exciting. So much so that it has now managed to break something irrelevant, the window regulator. So I'm gonna make a quick little one-off video on how to change the window regulator. This is a 2013 Volt. It'll be the same for probably 2012 through 2015, but I'm not 100% of that. It'll be in the title once I get to the computer and figure out which ones are all the same. And but yeah, so he was old guy drove it today to take Wyatt to golf lessons, and stopped at the bank, rolled the window down. On the way up, clunk, fell all the way down, broken. We're gonna get in there and figure out what's going on. Got a new window regulator in the passenger seat. I will put a link up here in the video and one in the description if you'd like to order one from Amazon, save a little bit of money. Really helps us out because they give us kickbacks. But here we go. It's a pretty simple task. What we're gonna start off with is it has a little panel right here behind the door handle we gotta pop out that has a hidden screw, and one down here that's supposed to be a little cover plate, but it's missing already, and it's got two 7mm. So I'm gonna grab some tools. We're gonna pop those panels off, shoot those screws out, and then I'll show you how to get this door panel off. So once you pop that little panel off, you'll see that hole right there. It'll have a 7mm in it as well. I've gotten all three of them out. So what we're gonna wanna do now is we're gonna wanna take our trim stick, which looks like this. If you don't have any, these will be in the description too. They're cheap, and boy, are they useful. And we're gonna start at the bottom of this panel and start popping out push pins all the way around it. It's gonna have probably quite a few push pins, and once we start to get it free, we should be able to pull it back, lift it up, unplug these three things. So there should be a plug here for the fuel door and the electric charging door. There should be one for the window switch panel, and then there should be a release cable hooked to this handle we're gonna have to get off. And I'll try and grab a camera once I get it free, but let me start working. I don't have a good place to put this puppy to show me doing it, but essentially you'll just go right up in the bottom, or even just grab with your hands. Let's see. Dang, this puppy's in there tight, ain't it? Yeah. All right, let me use two hands for this, because this is gonna be a little tough, I think. All right, so what I found was starting right here above the latch, I was able to get in and start popping the push pins. I also had a bunch of money fall out when I started popping it, so that's always nice. All right, so let's see if I can do this while holding the camera. I think, so now that it's completely free, you see it free all the way around, we need to lift it up. We're gonna lift it off of this door lock knobby thing, and then pull it back. So I'll set you up here. Maybe you can see something, maybe you can't, I hope so. Maybe in here. It's such a curvy car, you can't get a good view. So straight up with it. Let's see. Hold on, baby. There we go. Voila! Here we are. So now we have a plug there, a plug there, a plug there. That looks, and then our door latch. So let's start with the latch release. We need to pick that up and pull it back, I believe, to get this free. Dang, this is so hard while holding a camera. It's very straightforward though. Release this side here where it's biting over the head, and then push it back. Goodness, I don't have enough hands. All right, I'm gonna have to do that one off camera as well. I'm gonna unplug these plugs over here. One plug. Oh, that one harness runs everything, so you only have to unplug this one harness. Everything else jumps off of it. That's really nice. All right, so now all we got is this door release cable. Don't drag your hand on the ground like I just did. It's not good practice. All right, let me get this off. Like I said, lift this edge where my thumb is, and then pull it out, and then you can swing the whole thing over and release that little cylinder. There it is. She's free. By the way, that door release cable is super easy. Like I said, you just swing it out with this tab up and pull it back. and once it comes free, you just pop it out. It'll swing straight out. Cylinder rides right out. It's just not easy to do with one hand. But yep, there you have it. So now, when you get in here to the window regulator, we're gonna take this little door handle bracket off, which is 2 more 7mm. Then we gotta peel back this glued on weather protectant. So let me pull that little thingy off, and then I'll pull this back and we'll see what's behind it. Okay, so I did one more thing off screen here. I pushed the window up since mine had broken and fallen all the way down. I pushed it all the way up to the top and then taped it with 4 pieces of painter's tape that will hold it up. So now we are good to take this regulator out. So first things first, we got to figure out how to unplug it. Looks like there's a squeeze tab on this side facing the door latch. So we'll get that out. We got a push pin right here. You can use a push pin removal tool, or I'm just gonna try and work it out real quick by hand. Up, just like that. Perfecto. Now, push this up so it's not in the way. Sweet. Oop. Hang this back over here. I got 10mm, 10mm. I'm not 100% about that one. 10mm, 10mm. I think this one's got to come out too. I think this is holding this into the motor. So we're gonna go 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Then this whole puppy should be able to slide and fall down in here. And the final thing is there should be a 10mm bolt, which is right there. So you see that one I'm pointing at through this hole? There's gonna be one on this side and one on this side over here, which is right there. That is what holds the glass. So we need to get those loosened too. And for whatever reason, it's not all the way up, and I couldn't push it all the way up because that's what broke. So I may have to go in there with a ratchet wrench or a swivel. I'll figure that out here in a second and then let you know what I end up doing. Well, I ended up going with the 10mm ratchet wrench strategy, and the moment I touched it, they both just fell off of the regulator assembly. So this may have been a part of our problem right there. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, the other one's down in the door. I'll get the other one fished out of there whenever I get this regulator out because it's kind of in the way. But now we are clear. So the window is detached. So this is just free hanging now. So we're gonna go 10mm, 10mm, 10, 10, 10. That should drop this puppy out of there. We should be able to fold it in on itself and fish it out of this hole. All right, make sure you sturdy this puppy whenever you get the last bolt out because it will fall if you do not. I just kind of gently set it down in the bottom. I'm hoping I can get a good enough view to show you how this puppy comes out of here. Should be able to fold it up on itself and fish it out of this hole. Let me see what I can do here. Set you over here on the seat. Work with it. Do we have to fold it? Or do we have to, yeah.
1 eternity later.
Wow. I don't know if that's how you're supposed to do it or not, but that was dreadfully awful. So what I ended up doing is taking that side, which is this side, and we took the whole thing and basically rolled it down this way, rolled it past, got this side out, and then managed to fish this whole assembly out. Hopefully I can get this new one in without busting it too much. We're about to find out though, I guess. All right, let's see how carefully we can get this puppy back in there. Also, after looking at the one that came out, I'm pretty sure this has been replaced at least once before. So it may be a known problem on these, but yeah, I'm gonna try and carefully get this new assembly because it's all like pinned together, unlike the other one. So I think I broke this little push pin that holds this wire on the other one to get it out. So hopefully we can get this in without causing damage. I think what we want to do is go in with this side. Is that it? Oh yeah, that's in there. Okay. And I think I want to get that out of the way. Get that up. Let's just roll it. Oh, look at this, dude. Ha! That wasn't even that bad. I made that out to be way worse than it was, huh? So now, once you get it fished in there, you want to go to these upper mount bolts, right? We'll push up to the hole right there, and I'll finger start the 10 mil, so that way it can slide down in this groove, and that's what will hold it. then we'll get the other 3 lower ones going. But I'm gonna go ahead and get these in and get these shot. But that is the way I just fished it in. That was really, really, really easy. All right, easy peasy lemon squeezy. They're all in. Everything is tight. Everything is good. I plugged the plug back in. So now what we're gonna do is you'll notice that the little windshield or window holders are low. I did get the window set all the way back up like I said before. So that way it should be in the right position to actually line up with these holes. I'm going to grab the door panel. We're gonna plug that plug back in without actually putting the door panel on, and then roll the window up, and it should move these arms up until they slam into the window and it slides in and we can get them tight. All right, so I'm gonna power the car on now. I got my door panel just sat over here on the ground. I don't want to start, dude. Do I have to? Stupid electric cars. Silly. All right, so door panel's plugged back in. We are now going to watch our little thing. Look at that. Let's run it right up in there. Get up here. Might need somebody to run this switch for me, or actually, let me just set you over here. I'm gonna do this while that should be loose. That might not be loose. Hold on. Those come tight. That'd be so stupid. They do come cut. Oh, no, they don't. They're like finger tight. We're gonna finger loosen this a good deal, so I can ensure that it'll open enough for the window. That AC sounds nice, and it feels nice over here. So now, all that's left to do is pull all this tape off and make sure this puppy rolls all the way down and all the way back up. And if it does that, we are good to put the door panel back on. It's jobs like this where I feel like I need a second film person. It's also hot as hell here. Down it went. Shit. Came right off of those tabs. We didn't get it seated good enough. Let's try that again. We got the window attached. It popped into place and was good to go, but it wouldn't roll all the way down. And remember when I dropped that thing? I forgot to get it out. So we've called in the small hands, and Mr. Wyatt is trying to dig it out for me right now because my big fat arm can't reach in there and get it. Did you get it, bro? Nope. It's way in there. Hold on, Wayne. All right, he's gonna keep trying. We're gonna get it out of there. Ha ha ha! Small arms for the win. The boys couldn't actually get it, but Chloe came out here and she grabbed it real quick and fished that puppy out. Now the window goes all the way down. So I'm gonna go ahead and slap this panel back on. So something to note, I will put these push pins that are in the panel, I don't know if you can see them, it's dark now, in the description below as well. GM calls them one-time use clips. I'm gonna reuse them because this is Sammy's car. So yeah, she's gonna get reused panel clips, and if they start coming out, we'll replace them then. But yeah, they are deemed one-time use, unfortunately. So if you want to do it by the book, you got to do that. But for now, I'm gonna get our seal put back on. I typically do these by just sticking them back into place and then putting some tape in like 4 corners or a few spots to hold it. That's what most folks do whenever they put them back on. That's up to you if you want to try and pull all this epoxy glue off and put some new glue on it. But yeah, we're just gonna tape this puppy back in place, and then I'll get this panel back on and we'll show you a functional window. All right, so here's our few pieces of tape to just make sure it stays and doesn't come unglued. Except I didn't get these stuck down very good, did I? Let's try that again. Oh man, that tape's not sticking very well at all. Bummer, that one did, that one did, that one did. This tape's not sticking. Probably sweated on that spot. It's so freaking hot. And now we get to put our little bracket back over here. Continue with our door panel install. All right, there it is. It goes down and it goes up. Come on. If this video helped you out, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe if you want to see more, and oh, I'm happy to have this thing back together.